Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You are welcome to Jannah TV, where we react to certain amazing and exclusive videos. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel, give us a like and share this video. My brothers and sisters in Islam, sometimes we take things for granted. Today, we've seen a video from a Russian magician who just said something that shook the world. And he says that practicing magic on Muslims does not work. Allahu Akbar. There are some Muslims whom magic may work on them, and there are some Muslims who magic will never has an impact on them. Let's take to the video and see what this magician said about Islam and Muslims.
Then it is easier to work. It is easier to attach an entity, and it is easier to take possession of a person's mind.
Does it mean that it's more difficult to influence a person if he keeps his thoughts in purity?
Yes, absolutely. When faced with various religions, it is very difficult to influence Muslims. They are in a constant connection with the egregore. They do namaz every day and read prayers on a daily
Allahu
basis.
Akbar.
They are constantly under some kind of a
Allahu Akbar.
dome, so it is very difficult to influence them. When you start impacting a person, he begins to address in a prayer. Indeed, many of them are very different from those who come to church only when everything is bad in their
Allahu
life.
Akbar.
They come to pray, and then for 5 years they forget about God, some canons, and so on. Muslims, as a rule, passionately believe and passionately give energy to their egregore, and this egregore protects them very well. That's why it is very difficult to work to make any kind of influence on a true Muslim believer.
Is this some kind of a good egregore?
Well,
Amazing.
for them, yes. This egregore is good for adepts
Amazing.
who contribute good energy to it.
How do you sense it? For instance, you have found an energy trace of such person. What's next? Do you try to drag him somehow to visualize this threat and you fail? Or how do you do that?
It disappears. I cannot get a grip on it. I focus on it, but something immediately knocks me out of the flow, just like that. Or
I'm
I visualize the
shocked.
person in front of me clearly and can affect him even at a mental level, but some image is not created in my mind at all. I even look at a photo, reproduce an image, but it vanishes from my mind. Thus, I can clearly see that a person is covered with something.
Does this only work with Muslims?
It does for me.
Amazing. This is the most shocking revelation. You see, sometimes we Muslims, we take things for granted, especially our sisters, and now to our brothers. You see, she says something that there are some people who goes to church when they have problems, and for 5 years they will never come. For those people, it is easy for them to be influenced. If you want to impact, some magic on them, is very easy. It's exactly as some Muslims who prays today or who prays Fajr will never pray Zuhur, will never pray Asr, will never pray Maghrib, not to talk of Isha. He prays today, unless 3 days, unless 1 week. Some people praise Ramadan to Ramadan. Some people Eid to Eid. Some people Jum'ah to Jum'ah. Brothers and sisters, this will never help you. It will never help you. You are not doing the salah for Allah. You are doing it for yourself. Indirectly, you are doing it for yourself. Why? Because for you doing the salah regularly at this fixed hour, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawkuta, that this salat has been prescribed at its fixed hour for the believers. So it is only the believers who are capable of praying at this fixed hour. And you doing it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects you. The magician said, he may sometimes see a picture, he will look at the picture, and when she tries to do the magic, then the picture just vanished from his mind. Allahu Akbar. And sometimes something will just come and cover them. I personally have experienced this from one magician in our country. What he said and what this woman has said is exactly the same. We were in one masjid doing dawah when all of a sudden this magician came and he was crying. We thought that the dawah that we were doing has touched him. That is not true. What he said was he came there, he was doing some magic for one man, and when our Amir was doing the dawah, he was using microphone, so it was in the loudspeakers, giving, the greatness of Allah. Nothing can benefit without the permission of Allah. Nothing can harm without the permission of Allah. Nothing can do this without the permission of Allah. It is only Allah who does this. It is only Allah who is the controller. So he said, when he was hearing that, he became angry, and he said, I'll teach these people that something can happen. So he was having all his talisman, all his magic tools with him, and he was coming. He said that he was coming there to, blow some insects on us, so that the insect would disturb us in the masjid. So when he was coming in an angry mood, when he just reached the entrance of the masjid, he said that something just penetrated through him like ice block, like there's an ice that is melting through his head to his feet, and he became weak. So one brother just met him. He said, oh brother, what are you coming here to do? He doesn't know what was controlling him, and he just said, the magician said that I'm coming to accept Islam, and he is just crying. He was just crying. Allahu Akbar. So brothers and sisters, do not think that your salah, that you're doing it for the sake of people, that people are doing, so let me also do. No, there is a serious spiritual protection that you and I is unaware of. So brothers, I hope that this video has motivated you, and from today onwards, you will never joke with your salah. You'll be serious with your salah. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen us in Iman, and upon salah, and upon Tawheed, and upon the Sunnah. Until we meet again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.